How are you? Good evening. Yeah, I was really struggling to enter the live. This is my first time to do a live video on YouTube, so I really didn't know how to navigate it. Yeah, but sorry for the 1 minute that I came late. I finally managed to enter the live, to start the live. Yeah, so I can see already we have two people online. Yeah, just let me see in the chat who is there so that as we wait for at least 5 people so that we can start, because I don't want anybody to miss whatever I want to talk about. Who is watching me? Who is there? Just let me know where you come from, where are you watching me from. Once again, welcome to my live video, welcome to my channel. This is Favored Girl. Yeah, so as you've seen in the topic, today we are going to talk about how to come to Germany through the volunteering program. That is what I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, so I have one person online. Let me just wait a bit for maybe a few people, 2, 3 or 4, then I will start. Yeah, in the meantime, just let me know, where do you come from, where are you watching me from? Yeah, so it's really nice to be here with you guys. Yeah, I'll just wait a bit, then I start. Let me see the chat, who is there. Yeah, let me wait a bit. Unfortunately, I can't play any music to pass time because I will get copyright. So yeah, we just go through without any music. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, so let me just start. Actually, other people will join us or watch the video later. I don't want to waste the time of the people who are already there. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the voluntary program in Germany, how to come to Germany through the volunteering program. And it is so, we have two kinds of volunteering programs that one can use to come to Germany with. We have one of them is the so-called FSJ. FSJ in German, FSJ, meaning Freiwilligen Soziales Jahr. And the other one is called BFD. BFD, Bundesfreiwilligendienst. Yeah, so I'm going to tackle all of them and we see the difference between the two, okay? So if you're watching me and you're between the age of 18 and 27, then FSJ will be for you. And if you're already you have already turned 27 and above, let me say you're already 28, then BFD will be for you. So FSJ, they take from 18 years to 27 years, and BFD, the age limit is from 18 also, and there is no limit. Yeah, so if, for example, you just turned 27, let me say this October or so, then the program that will be good for you to apply for will be the BFD, because so that by the time you're turning 28, you're still within the program. You understand? Yeah. So what are all these things that I'm talking about? It is like this. The volunteering program is like this. Yeah. Germany needs a lot of is in need of people to work in the social areas like hospitals, old people's homes, children's homes, kindergartens, and so and so. Yeah. So what it does, what Germany does, it encourages young people from all over the world to come to Germany through these volunteering programs to help in these areas that I have talked about. So you get the chance to come to Germany and give your volunteering services in these places for a period of 1 year. Yeah, so you benefit from them and they benefit from you in that you are helping them voluntarily. Yeah, so you benefit from them in a way that within that 1 year you'll have learned a lot of German. Your German will have you will have improved your German. You will learn new people. You will meet new people you will learn a new culture, and a lot of things will open for you. It will just be like a stepping stone for you. Yeah, so it is not like you should take it with so much high hopes that you're going to just like a green card or something. No, it is not like a green card. No, this is just a stepping stone, a way for you to come to Germany. It is the easiest way to come to Germany at the moment for young people, because for the last 10 years it has been very hard for any young people, let me just say 40 and below, to come to Germany. Yeah, because people come here and they don't want to go back, so they stopped giving people visa, and this volunteering program is the only easiest way for you to get a visa to come to Germany as a young person. Yeah, so you get the opportunity, you come here, you do the voluntary service for 1 year. As I've said, you learn the language. If you're lucky, they take you to language school. After the 1 year, you find another way and you continue with your life. And that is just how you've made it to Germany. That is how most of us came to Germany. Though me, I didn't come with the volunteering program. I came through another way. Yeah, so I've already made you understand what the volunteering service is about. Yeah, what it entails. Yeah, so, but there are requirements that you have to fulfill to get a chance in Germany. Yeah, to do this volunteering service, either FSJ or BFD. There are requirements that you must fulfill. The very first requirement is your proficiency in the German language. You must learn the German language up to a certain level. Okay, so we have the level A1, that is the beginner level when you're starting a German language course. Then you go to A2. Then the level that they want for you to qualify for this volunteering program is a level called the B1. Yeah, so by the time you reach the B1, your German will be a bit better, that you can understand what someone is asking you about. You can talk about yourself, you can introduce yourself, you can talk about, you will not be fluent. You will first get fluent the moment you step in Germany. As long as you're not yet still in Germany, your German cannot be that 100% good. But if you reach level 1, you will be able to understand what someone is talking to you about, what someone wants from you. You will understand everything, and you can talk about different things in short sentences. Okay, so that is the level that they want you to achieve. Yeah, so if you're watching me from Kenya, yeah, I can recommend you to go to Goethe Institute, or from any country in the world. There are Goethe Institutes everywhere. Go to a Goethe Institute and apply for a German course. Just start from level 1, as I've said, A1, then you do the A1, then you go to A2, then you go to B1. Okay, so if you're watching me from Kenya and you're in Nairobi, I can tell you to go to German Institute in Nairobi. Yeah, my sister was in German Institute this year, and she was doing the intensive course. So how long you will take to finish from A1 to B1 will depend with which course you've taken. If you've taken the intensive course, then it will take you a shorter time. But if you've taken a regular course, you'll take maybe 1 or 2 months. You'll take longer to finish. Okay, so according to the information I have, in Nairobi, the German Institute intensive course, my sister used to pay 300 euros. Let me just say in Kenya shillings, 30,000 Kenya shillings per level. And every level took her, was it 2 months? She took 2 months per level. So everything together, she took all the courses together took her 3 months. Within 3 months, around 3 months, 4 months, she was finished. She was done with level A1 to B1 because she was doing the intensive course. Yeah, so the intensive course, one course is 30,000 Kenya shillings. That is inclusive of books, yeah, without exams. Yeah. So another thing I want to say, when you're starting this journey, make sure that you have somebody who is sponsoring you financially, or if you can sponsor yourself or your parents are sponsoring you, that the money is there, because first of all, the course is very expensive, whether it is a regular course or an intensive course. Even a regular course is just 2,000 Kenya shillings less. So that is a lot of money. If you have to do up to B1, we'll be talking of 90,000 Kenya shillings. It's a lot. It is a big investment. So make sure you start with, when you're starting this journey, you're really serious of what you want to achieve. You know where you're going, you know what you want to achieve. Don't just start because people are starting. Yeah, because it is a really expensive venture, okay? Yeah, so I've talked about the German course. So when you reach the B1, then you register for exams at the Goethe Institute in your place, in your country, or in your town. And then you go and do the B1 exams. The B1 exams, they usually, I think the exams, they come from Germany. They're usually the same, yeah? The exams, they come from Germany, if I'm not wrong, yeah? So that is the exam that you must present a certificate. They want to see the B1 exam certificates, yeah? Yeah, so you've done B1, you have the certificates. So what's next? Along the way, as you're doing all these things, you are also applying for other papers. You are also preparing other papers, yeah? So you don't just sit and wait up to the level where you finish your B1 and you don't even have a birth certificate, you don't have ID card, you don't have passport. If you don't have all those things, the moment you start doing your German course, start looking for other papers. Put your papers together, your school papers together, your ID, your birth certificates, your passport. Make sure by the time you're finishing your B1, you have your passport. You have applied for your passport, your papers are ready, yeah? So as you're starting your German studies, let me say, just by the time you're starting the A2, you need to do a voluntary program in a place, in your town where you come from, where you stay, yeah? You must do a voluntary program, either in a church or in a hospital or in old people's homes or in children's home, okay? At least 2 weeks. Just go there, tell them, hi, I want to help you guys for 2 weeks and see and learn about the job. Just to be familiar with the social service, social part of life, you know, because that is the work you're coming to do in Germany if you want to start this journey, okay? You will either be working in a hospital or in old people's home or in a children's home or in a kindergarten, in such places, yeah? So that you just be ready of what you're coming to do, not just not like last minute you get surprised, yeah? You get informed, get the information beforehand. Yeah, so you go to the place, tell them you want to do a voluntary service, minimum 2 weeks, not less than 2 weeks. So when you finish with them successfully, whether it is the 2 weeks or maybe you want to work longer with them, then they will write for you a recommendation letter, yeah? Because this recommendation letter is very important. It is one of the requirements that you will need when making the application for the voluntary, whether it is FSZ or BFD. You will need the recommendation letter from a voluntary place in your country or in your town, okay? So if you're watching me from Kenya, from Nairobi, let me just talk of Nairobi. You can, for example, go to Nyumba ya Wazee in Kasarani. There is a Nyumba ya Wazee, old people's home. There is another old people's home in Kikuyu. You can go there. Just go to a children's home somewhere. Or you can even help in a church, yeah? As long as you get this recommendation letter, yeah? Yeah, so all those things you have done them before you reach you finish your B1, okay? Before you finish your B1, you've looked for your passport, you have a passport ready, and you have your recommendation letter ready. So what is remaining is for you to get the B1 certificate, for us to start the application, okay? Okay, yeah. So for you, the exam, the Goethe Institute exams cost around 20,000. My sister is yet to do her exams in November, and that is how much she's going to pay, 20,000 Kenya shillings. And if you fail, you will pay 5,000 to repeat if you're an external student. Yeah, so that you know around how much money you're going to use to invest in this Yeah, it needs a lot of money. Okay, so you have the exams, you have the certificate. Another thing that you need for the application process, you need a COVID certificate. You must have done get immunized against COVID-19. Yeah, because it is a must if you're coming to work in any social area in Germany, be it old people's home or in the hospital, or you're coming to work with children. You must be immunized against corona. So get your immunization, your COVID certificate ready, whether it is the first certificate or the second one or the third one, or I mean, whether you have done, you have been immunized 2 times or the third time. Just make sure that you have everything ready, okay? So another thing that you must prepare, make sure you have a Skype ID. If you don't have a Skype, if you don't have Skype, nowadays people don't use Skype since WhatsApp and all these things came. Just open a Skype ID and make sure you have a Skype ID. Make sure you know how to use it. Also make sure you have a functioning email address. Yeah. And another thing that I will add, make sure that you have, apart from a functioning email address, you have a functioning telephone number that they can reach you with when everything has gone through. When they call you, they can reach you. Yeah. And another important thing also is to get a functioning PO box number. Yeah. Postal address. If they want to send you the documents, where are they going to send the documents to? Because as much as I know, when everything is over and they're sending you documents, they send them in hard copy. They always send them to a certain address. So you need the hard copies to the embassy. Okay. So those are the requirements that you need for the application. Yeah. For you to qualify to apply for this program. Yeah. So once you have qualified, once you have all those papers ready, then now you start going to just go to Google. Google out, what can you Google? Just Google FSJ incoming, or you Google BFD incoming. You will see a lot of addresses will come up, a lot. Yeah. So when you write incoming, then that means you are the guys who are coming out of Germany, because the program is also in Germany for people who are already in Germany. Maybe somebody has finished high school and he or she does not yet know in which direction he or she wants to go to, or he or she is waiting for a university space. Then they indulge in such activities. So for the incoming one, why it is called incoming is because they're taking people from outside Germany. Yeah. So if you write incoming, just write FSJ incoming or BFD incoming. Then whatever site you will see, there are a lot of sites. Just choose any of them. Write several of them down, the ones that you think you will apply with, and most of them will address you in English. Most of them, because they know that you're coming from outside Germany, your German is not so good. Most of them will try their best. Their websites will be half in German and half in English. Yeah, and most of them also, the application forms will be either they're in German and down they are translated in English, so that you understand what you're being asked about. And some of them, the application forms are completely in English. Yeah. So any site that you will open, just go through it and find where you can see online application. Like most of them, like almost all of them, have an online application possibility. Yeah. Almost in all the organizations, you can do an online application. Yeah. So just go through the whole page, read it thoroughly until you find where they're written online application or apply here, click here. If you want to make application online, click here. Okay, then click, then you start the process. So by the time you reach that stage of starting to apply online, you must have put all your documents, saved all of them in your phone or whatever gadget you're using. Have your papers ready, and it is better if you have your papers in a PDF form, so that when you reach the stage where you're supposed to upload the papers, you don't start getting problems, then the thing is not working, then it only accepts PDF. Yeah, then you have to close it again and come back. And maybe when you close it and come back, you lose everything, you know. So you don't want the risk of losing your application and starting all over again. So just make sure you have everything saved on in your phone. Yeah. So even before we get to the application, there are two things that I forgot to mention. Another thing they need for the application, they need a motivational letter, a so-called motivational letter. Yeah. So a motivational letter is nothing. It's just a motivational letter is actually an application letter, a normal application letter that you and me can write when you're looking for a job. When you're looking for a normal job, any kind of job, the normal application letter that you write asking for a job. But only the difference in this one, it will be in German. Yeah. Though they have given you the option to express yourself in English, you can also write in English. But I would advise you to just try your best and write everything in German. Anything they ask you about, any question, any forms they tell you to fill, even if they give you the option of filling them in English, don't take the option of using English. Just show them that you are good in the language. Do everything in German. Write that application form in German, application letter in German. Yeah. Just go online. Just go. All these things are online in Google. Just go online and search for job application forms online in German. In German, an application form, a job application form is called Bewerbungsschreiben. Yeah, just look for Bewerbungsschreiben and formulate your own the same way or something similar to that, and just put the needed information in the letter in the template that you'll find online. All these things are online nowadays. You just need to put your information, yeah, and know what they're called. So an application in German is called Bewerbungsschreiben. So you look for the Bewerbungsschreiben online, write it, have it ready. Then another thing that they need you to have when doing the application, that they will need you to upload, you will upload a CV. Yeah, your CV also will be in German. Though you have the option of writing it in English, but as I have said, don't take that option. Yeah, because don't forget, you have a lot of competitors. There are people who are better than you. There are people whose German is better than yours. Yeah. There are people who, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, so don't take the chance. The competition is tight. Yeah, the competition is very tight. Yeah, though the chances of being taken are high, but don't just play with your chance. Just do whatever you're doing, do it to perfection. Yeah, write everything in German. If you know anybody who speaks better German, tell the person to help you. Just try and make everything to be perfect, so that when they're comparing people whose application is better than the other, you'll have a better chance of being taken. Okay, and you will not waste time to come to Germany. It will not take so long. Yeah. So you also have to make sure that your passport photo is ready for uploading. Upload your passport photo, a nice passport photo, nice looking passport photo. Yeah. Don't look so serious. Just a nice, friendly looking passport photo. Just know where you're going to work, in a hospital or old people's home or kindergarten. In these kind of places, you must have a photo that is not looking so serious, like you're going to apply for a police job, you know. Smile a bit, just show a nice smiling face. Yeah, that is the kind of passport photo I will advise you to have. Okay, it must be clear. All the other forms you're uploading also, just make sure they are clear, they can be well read. Yeah, don't go and make photo in the dark that someone cannot read anything. Another thing that you must have ready also when you're making your application, have ready your passport copy, where they have your bio information, where you have your information, your picture, and it should be well read. Then when someone receives it, the person can read it without any problems. Okay. Yeah. Those are all the things that you need for the application. Then you go online, click the online application and start applying. An application online takes how many minutes? Yeah, it depends. There's some organizations they have a lot of forms, but it takes you maximum 30 minutes, you're done. If you know and understand what they're asking you about, 30 minutes, you're done. There's another application I did for another guy. For within 10 minutes I was done. They were not having so very many questions. Yeah, they just needed your personal information and then that was it. Yeah, so it will depend with which organization you're applying with. So I will advise you to apply in as many organizations as possible. Don't just rely on one place. Yeah, so that if you don't get a chance in one place, you'll get a chance in another place. Yeah, so that your chances are high. Yeah, so after you've made your application and your application, you have applied as many places as possible, just try and apply in more than 5 places. Yeah, then you have done everything right. They always write you an email. Every time they get an application, they send you an email to notify you that, hey, we have received your application, we are working on it. We will get back to you after this and this and this time, okay? Yeah, another thing I forgot to tell you is when you go to the website of any organization, read through, try to understand about the organization, and try also to understand when is their program starting, because each organization has a different starting date. Yeah, let me talk, for example, of one organization I saw. Was it called IB? It was called IB, International Ubuntu. When I was helping one of my friends from Uganda with application, for example, IB, International Ubuntu, it is in Nuremberg. The application can only be, you can only start in April and in October of every year. Yeah, so that means if you're applying that IB, you should start your application now, because you need like a period of 6 months before the starting date. Normally they say you need a period of around 6 months before the actual starting date of the work, because you need a visa process and all this paperwork here and there. It takes time. But other places don't have a specific starting date. Other places you can apply anytime and start anytime. Yeah, because they understand that you have to go through the visa application process and it varies from country to country. So that's why some organizations cannot set a specific starting date. So whenever you are ready, you are welcome. You can go and start according to some of them. Yeah. So make sure you know which organization is starting on which date, and which one has an open starting date. Just inform yourself as much as possible. It is very, very important. Yeah. Okay. So you have made the application, you have applied as many places as possible. Now what next? Now you wait. Wait for the reply. Wait for any of them to give you a positive answer. Of course, if you have applied 5 places, if you are lucky, all the 5 places will give you a positive answer. They will want you to come and work with them. Yeah. So just apply as many places as possible to increase your chances of being taken. Okay. Yeah. So once your application has gone through and a place has accepted you, what is the next step? So the next step is they will, that one depends, that one is not something that I say it is a must. Other organizations will organize with you a Skype interview. That's why I told you in the beginning that you must have a Skype, just have a Skype ID ready. In case they want to have an interview with you online, then you have Skype ready, okay? So actually most of the organizations, because they don't know you, they want to see you, they want to know who is this person. Yeah, is this person even real? These certificates or whatever he or she wrote in German, is she the one who wrote them, or somebody wrote for him? So they want to know how good your German is and how prepared you are. So most of the organizations, they'll give you a Skype interview. Yeah. So when your Skype interview is successful, which is normally the case, then now the next step is they will send you a contract. The working contract, okay? They will send you the working contract for the voluntary work, yeah, that you're coming to do in Germany. Yeah. So in the contract, the contract entails what you're coming to do from when up until when. Normally it is 1 year. But you can also do a voluntary work for 6 months. But for the people coming out of Germany, they don't encourage coming for 6 months because it is a waste of time, waste of money, waste of everything to come here for 6 months after all that paperwork, you know. So they encourage people coming out of Germany to do 1 year. So the contract is stating how long you're coming to be here, what are you going to expect from them. Normally, what are you expecting from them? All those things are written in your contract. What you're going to get from any organization, no matter which organization is going to take you. They are going to give you accommodation. I got a lot of questions in my inbox regarding to the video that I made about the same issue. Some people are asking me, what about accommodation? Where am I going to stay? I stated very clearly, accommodation, you're given accommodation. That one they wrote in your contract. Yeah. Another thing they will cater for your health insurance. Yeah. Yeah. Some organizations will support you with a German course. They will take you, some organizations will take you to will make you go to a German course and they will cater for it. Okay? I will answer all the questions after I have finished explaining. I can see some questions coming in. I will answer all the questions when I finish addressing these important points first. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, apart from the German course, some organizations will take you to a German course and pay for it, but not all. So what else are you going to get from them? They will give you a salary. It is not really like salary. It is just like, because you're doing volunteer work, yeah, it is just like for appreciating the work you're doing. Normally from around 450 euros, between 400 euros and 600 euros, yeah. But I am talking about 10 years ago. I don't know how much they're paying as per now. Things have changed. Life has become expensive. So right now, I think they're paying more than that. During my time, when I was doing FSJ, I did the FSJ here in Germany. When I was already in Germany, I did FSJ. Yeah. So that during my time, they were paying us 450 euros. Then we had accommodation, you have health insurance. So the 450 euro is enough for you to buy food. It's only food that you buy. Yeah. It was more than enough. And then you also cater for your transport. But as a volunteer, when you're doing volunteering, then you also get cheap transport. Yeah, you have to apply for you just go to the offices and tell them you're doing voluntary work, and there's a form they'll give you to fill. Then you are allowed to buy a ticket for 10 euros or so. It will be very, very cheap. Yeah, for you to travel around your town, for going to school, for going everywhere you want to go around your town. Yeah, then your transport, you have to cater for yourself with your money. As I've said, they will give it. It will not be the same price like other people. Your clothes, you have to wash your clothes on your own. Some places, like where I was, we had washing machines in the place, but you have to put some coins. Maybe you put 1 euro if you want to wash clothes. Yeah, and if you don't have the 1 euro, you wash your clothes with the hand. That one is a non-issue. Okay. Yeah, so we have talked about everything, what is expected of you, what you're expecting from them. Yeah, I think I've talked about everything. So what else I want to say? This is just a stepping stone. You're just using the chance as a stepping stone to Germany. As you're doing this, you already know what you want to do in Germany. You already know what is your next step. After this, I want to study. After this, I want to do Ausbildung in nursing. I want to study nursing. Or I want to study this and this. So you already have your plans in your head. So this one is just a stepping stone to help you achieve those dreams. Because achieving those dreams just directly from your country, getting a visa is impossible. You will not get. Yeah. So use the opportunity well. When you get the opportunity, use it very well. Okay. So I think I've addressed everything. I think I have addressed everything. I wrote everything down here so that I don't forget. Since it is a live video, I can. I'm also so Yeah, in a live video, it's easy to forget things. It's not like I can edit anything. Yeah. Yeah, I have talked about everything. So guys, write me your questions, then I can answer you. Let me see the questions here so far. Also, somebody is writing, Timita, hi. What about if you receive 3 positive emails? Yeah, if you receive 3 positive emails, what I will do in my position, what will I do? What I will do, I will just work with all the 3, let them send you the contract, and go to the embassy with 1 contract. Take 1. Yeah, because you might throw away the 2, then the one that you took will end up not sending you the contract. It will be It will be risky. So I will not take the risk of doing away with the 2 and taking 1 before I see the contract. Before you see any contract, play with all of them. If that is the right language for me to use. Just take all of them that you get. Yeah? Go to all the Skype interviews. Answer all the questions. Answer all the emails you get. The one that will send you the contract, that is the one you will go with. Before you get a contract, there is no guarantee that you're coming. The contract is the main document that you will take with you to the embassy. Yeah. So once you've gotten your contract, then together with your other papers, then you make appointment to the embassy and go to the embassy and apply for your visa. Yeah. So at the embassy also, you have to be ready. Another interview will be waiting for you at the embassy, but just a normal visa procedure. Just a normal visa procedure. I don't think it will be complicated. If you have passed B1 and passed through all that process, then you cannot fail a German. You cannot fail at the embassy. I don't think so. Yeah. So let me see if there are any other questions. Any other questions? Yeah, there are no more questions. I think I've addressed everything. Does anybody want to know anything? I've talked about everything. Another thing I wanted to address, very, very important. Many people rush to do the application through email without really knowing the process of application. Yeah? Elaborate more about the embassy appointment. Okay, I will do that in a few minutes. Yeah, you cannot just go to Google and look for the organizations and then go and write them emails with your CV and whatever certificates, and then you sit back and wait. No, there is a procedure for everything. There are some places, most of the places you have to do the online, you have to do the application online. Of all the applications that I did for my friend in Uganda, it is only one place that they were asking for the application through email. Only one place. All the other places, they were asking for online application. So don't go there, Google the places you have gotten the application, the email address, then you write them an email, and then you wait. Then you wonder why you are not being answered. Because you have not followed the right procedure. Okay? So that is why I'm saying, if you go to any website, read the website, understand it very well. Most of the time they write it also in English for you to understand and know the procedure of the application. Yeah? Yeah, correct. Another thing also, us Africans, we love shortcuts. So, as I'm saying, you must go up to B1. Another person is not patient to go up to B1. There's a person that just wants to do A1 and then ignore all the other things I'm talking about and go and do the application. My friend, you'll go and apply with that your A1 or A2 and sit there and wait and wait and wait, and nobody will reply you because people are applying with B1. So what makes you think they will have B1 applications and take somebody with A1? It is logical. They will not take you unless they don't have other option. They will take people with B1 only, even they have written there. Yeah, because you're going to be dealing with people You're going to take care of people. You have to talk to these people. You must understand what they're talking about, what they're asking you about, what they want from you. So you must have B1. There is no shortcut. Anytime I tell people you have to do up to B1, they say no, they can't do up to B1. It is a lot of, they don't have that time. It is not, if you're determined to come, you will do up to B1, my dear. If you really want to come to Germany through this program, that B1 will be nothing to you. You will do it, even if it takes you 2 years, you will do it. Yeah, but it doesn't take a lot of time. The maximum you can take from A1 to B1, the maximum is 9 months. If you're doing a regular course. If you're doing an intensive course, you use less time and you're finished. Yeah? Yeah, it's not, there is no shortcut. There is no shortcut at all. So you have to be determined. If you want, you have to be determined if you want to come through this program. Yeah, it is not for, it's not, there's no shortcut. Yeah, you have to follow the whole procedure. So let me answer a question here. Jimmy Ta has asked me, elaborate more about the embassy appointment. The embassy appointment, the only thing I know about the embassy appointment is that you have to do the embassy appointment online. And at the moment I hear people complaining that it's not easy to make an application online, that they are not open or whatever. So I don't know the actual stand, whether they have opened again. Maybe they close for some time and then they open again. Yeah, but the only thing I know, if you want to do an online, you want to do embassy appointment online, you have to time them during midnight. At midnight or at such kind of hours is when you can get a free online application chance. Yeah. The embassy appointment, what else can I say there? The appointment is not easy to get. Have been applying but no chance. Yeah, I really cannot know what is happening. I had other people from Kenya also complaining that they have closed the appointment area. There are some people who are complaining they want to come through au pair, but they cannot do appointment because it's like they have closed the appointment, whatever possibility. So I don't know. Can someone call the embassy and find out why they've closed the appointment? Why someone cannot get appointment again? Someone can make a call at the embassy. If you're in Uganda or Kenya, call the embassy and find out what is happening. Because even if someone wants to come with a visiting visa and you cannot make appointment, so how can the person go to the embassy? Yeah, I really don't know. I can't answer that question clearly, since I'm at a very far end. It's better to just even go there personally and find out what is happening. Why there's no appointment, there's no chance for appointment. Yeah, and then another thing about appointment, when you reach the stage of going to the embassy, go to the online whatever of your embassy and find out, go to the online website of your embassy, of the German embassy in your country, and find out the requirements they need. That one I can't talk about because every country has different requirements. Even the ones I knew for Kenya, they're not the same today. 10 years later, 12 years later, the requirements are different. They cannot be the same. So I cannot talk about something I'm not sure about. So that one is your homework. When you reach the time for going to embassy, it is your homework. Call the embassy or go to their website and check for the requirements. What do you need for the embassy? Do you need a passport photo? How much do you need? That. Which certificate should you carry? All those things will be in the embassy website. Yeah. I think I've answered that question very well. Yeah, and I've talked about everything. We have been online for how many minutes? 44 minutes. If there's nothing else, no more questions, then I think I will end the live. I don't have any other questions. Yeah, I will end this live video and I will come online next time with another, elaborating more on another thing in this area. Yeah, under this topic. There's still a lot of things to be elaborated, but today I just talked about the most important ones. How to get there, first. When you get there, then we have to talk about it too, okay? When you manage to come to Germany, in whatever stage, in whatever parts you're stuck, then we talk about it, okay? Yeah, so it was nice having you guys online. Thank you for the few people who joined my live. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your loved ones. Yeah, good night, guys. Until then, bye bye. Yeah, I have to end this video. Let me see where to end it from.